RT with Virina Jashi. The man heading the international effort to end violence in Syria wanted immediate ceasefire involving both rebels and government forces and open talks. The call comes from the chief of the Arab League and the UN Arab envoy, Kofi Annan, who were meeting ahead of Annan's mission to Damascus. Both also spoke out against any move towards Libya-style foreign intervention. But as Maria Finoshina now reports from Syria, there are forces at work who hold the opposite view.
Ahead of his visit to Syria, Kofi Annan, who's traveling to the country as the joint UN Arab League envoy, has announced that his mission's main goal will be to end the violence by persuading the warring sides to speak to each other. He's also said that he believes that a solution to the country's long-running crisis lies in a political settlement. But hopes are fading already that this mission will succeed. The leader of the Syrian National Council, a Turkey-based opposition group recognized by EU as a legitimate representative of the Syrian people, has said that Annan's comments and his idea to find the way out of crisis through dialogue are disappointing, while Syrian people, he said, are being massacred every day here in the country. But Han Galyun has also said that any political solution will only work here in Syria if it's accompanied by military pressure on the regime of Bashar al-Assad. Calls to give more weapons to the rebels and to provide them with any help they need have become especially loud after the rebels' withdrawal from the Babu Amr neighborhood in Homs, heart of the conflict, following the army's operation there. Saudi Arabia and Qatar have been among the most active supporters of the militarization of the conflict here in Syria, calling the idea to arm the rebels an excellent one. We've recently heard a lot about foreign weapons seized here in Syria and foreign volunteers and security officers captured in Homs, following claims by the Free Syrian Army that it's already received weapons and anti-aircraft missiles from the West. Meanwhile, Kofi Annan has been warning that further militarization would only make things worse, expressing his hope that no one is very seriously thinking of using force in this situation. But it seems that some are considering this as an option. The US former presidential candidate and Senator John McCain has called on airstrikes on Syria to save innocent lives here in the country, although official Washington did rule out military intervention as an option. The UN estimates that around 7,000 people have been killed in the clashes between the authorities and the opposition here in Syria. The clashes that's been lasting for a year now already. The opposition activists have been saying all the time that the regime of Bashar al-Assad have been suppressing Syrian people, civilians, innocent people, while officially Damascus has always been insisting that it's fighting against armed terror groups operating in the country. It is expected that Kofi Annan will spend 2 days here in Syria, will meet President Bashar al-Assad and some members of the Syrian opposition within the country. It's not yet clear whether he will travel outside Damascus. Security forces on high alert, fearing any provocations and terror attacks.